black jersey filled with pride. "25 years of tries.
Oh, that's a great strength, and there's a clear run in for the line. And it hit him, she's a world-class athlete.
25 years of triumph. 25 years of our Kiwi Ferns. And it doesn't stop there. Today, the girls in black welcome their Samoan sisters from the north. Just like in last year's showdown, expect plenty of this.
Giles, nice tackle. Wata!
And a lot of these.
And Nichols opened up in front of her and she finished it off.
Kiwi Ferns, Fetu Samoa, live on Prime and the home of sport, Sky Sport.
Rugby League is back at Mount Smart Stadium for the Clash of the Pacific. The fans have turned out in Auckland, the largest Polynesian city and one of the world's most culturally diverse cities. Kia ora and welcome to our viewers on Prime and Sky Sport as we celebrate 25 years of the Kiwi Ferns. I'm Courtney Tidy. Joining me is Richie Barnett. Well, Richie, how exciting is it to have Rugby League back here at Mount Smart Stadium?
Fantastic, Courtney. I think it's been such a long year of uncertainty, and actually having the championship and premiership last week final was a fantastic way to end the season. But to have this on top and have players be able to reach forward and look for higher honours, this is the perfect stage to have it.
And a momentous occasion celebrating 25 years of the Kiwi Ferns.
Yeah, I certainly remember the first game back in 1995 and when they won 3 World Cups, and to win the Nines last year signifies that the Women's Rugby League is on the up, and I think if they can schedule games more often, I think it really gives the players an opportunity, and two, a pay parity situation too for a lot of women who actually work and have kids, and so I think it's really nice to have a game like this here on Sky Sports to showcase how good they really are.
And the importance of this for the development of the women's game and also preparation for next year's World Cup.
100%, and I was speaking to Jeff Mulianga-Brown from the Samoa, and he was suggesting that, in the last 16 years they've only had 3 games, so how can you plan and how can you grow the sport in rugby league in Samoa if we only have 3 games in 16 years? So great to have the Pacific nations together, and obviously the Kiwi Ferns celebrating their 25 years.
And what are you expecting out on the field today?
Well, based on what last year we saw, the first 20 minutes, I think it was 46-8, so I think if they can hold that 20 minutes, anything's possible for Samoa. But I think the Kiwi Ferns have been the last year they were executed so well. There's a lot of rugby league IQ there. They're missing about 11 players, but I'm suggesting a really tough encounter. It might pull away at the end in the second half.
And led by their captain for the first time, Crystal Rota. But let's head upstairs to commentary with Glenn Lummer and Daryl Halligan.
Yes, thanks, Courtney, and pleasure to congratulate 6 new caps in the starting lineup today. They are Lavinia Tohalaliku, winger Caitlin Vahakolo, 5'8", Autumn Stevens, and halfback Carly Hansen, and the 2 front rowers Harata Butler and Kararaina Wira Kohu. All 4 on the early change are debuting today as well, so congrats to Canyon Paul, Hill Moana, who's wearing 15, Charlie's White, and Crystal Stowers, and the coach is Ricky Henry.
Well, Ricky, celebrating 25 years of the Kiwi Ferns, the importance of today's match?
Yeah, really important, I think, for Women's Rugby League. Big game for us leading into the World Cup, but also for Samoa, I think, as well. Some faithful fans here, and they get to watch some test footy, so we're really keen on putting on a good show here.
What are you expecting from your team out on the field today?
We've got a few new girls. Really looking forward to seeing them out there running around. Just for us, I think the main thing is, we're looking at trying to protect the ruck there, and then try and work on attack and somehow get some numbers on them and run around them rather than through them. So, yeah.
Speaking of new girls, but you've got an old head at the helm, Crystal Rota, her first match as captain. What are you expecting from her?
Just the leadership she's shown, I think, very experienced. She's been around for a while and typifies Women's Rugby League, and a lot of mana and pride, and I'm pretty sure the girls will do their best, especially with it being her first game as captain.
Well, thank you, Ricky, and good luck.
Thank you.
So Ricky Henry there. Let's have a look at Samoa's team. They have 3 survivors from last year's test between these 2 sides. They are 5'8", Rikshay Lamanu, Loksui Pawaraisa, and Vanessa Molia Fraser, who's on the bench. And keep your eye too on number 12, Angelina Leatawa, and number 10, Ashley Smalley. Both were in the Kiwi Ferns camp last year. The coach is Ross Ueli.
How proud are you to be playing here today?
I'm very privileged and very proud to bring the girls down here to show what they're worth, and it's going to be a really tough game today.
What's it been like bringing the team together?
Yeah, it's a bit of a rigmarole. New Zealand-based players, so we had to sort of like look hard. And this national tournament also gave us a heads up on who we wanted and so forth. A couple of girls we flew in from Christchurch and Canterbury as our captain. Sui Barracer is our captain for today, so yeah, she's looking forward to it as well. So.
What's the game plan to beat the Kiwi Ferns today?
Just numbers and tackles, as we do, and just work hard for it and be hungry.
Well, thank you and good luck.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, Ross Ueli there, of course, the father of Braden Hamlin Ueli, who plays for the Cronulla Sharks, and Sui Pawaraisa bringing the Fetu Samoa team out onto Mount Smart Stadium for this clash, and Crystal Rota leading her country for the first time. Huge honour for her, of course, a World Cup winner in 2008 for the Kiwi Ferns. Unable to play NRLW this year, Crystal Rota. So she played for Counties Manukau, Daryl Halligan, and won another national championship. They're 11th in succession.
Oh, marvellous day for Crystal. You can see it in her performance today. She will not let anyone down. Another opportunity as well to see the first time this year of the black jersey with the V on it. For Samoa, equally as important a day, their chance to shine on the big stage. Really looking forward to it. Coach Ricky Henry saw a little bit of a stance where he was calm, and I think he wanted control and discipline out of his team to control most areas of the game today. So we'll see how this match unfolds as Crystal finds mum and dad in the crowd, I'd imagine.
It's Honey Hirame, actually.
Oh, sorry, that is
Daryl,
Honey. Yep.
yes, of course. We were hoping she'd be in the commentary box. Kicking you out maybe today, mate, but she's still got the itch to play as we stand by for the national anthems.
Ladies and gentlemen, could we please be upstanding for the national anthems? First, the Samoan national anthem performed by Lika Liavasa.
Samoa tulai masisi alau fua lo palelea. Samoa tulai masisi alau fua lo
And now, the New Zealand national anthem performed by Sophie Morris.
rankings don't get any better than that, Daryl Halligan. Fantastic performances there. Kirita Leavasa and Sophie Morris. And great to see Charlotte Scanlon just next to Crystal Rorty. They're back in the Kiwi Ferns after many years, just seeing what it means to her to pull on that black jumper again. Fabulous. Ten new caps in this Kiwi Ferns lineup. New to international football. Just 2 NRL Warriors players who completed the NRLW season, came back to New Zealand, Daryl, went through quarantine just like you have recently, and have decided to front today. And say well done to Crystal Tamarua, who's starting in the second row, and Canyon Paul off the bench, the hooker. Good to see her and Crystal playing for the Kiwi Ferns today.
I saw the girls quite often at the Novotel in Manly, because that's where they were staying with the Warriors, and they talked about this match and how important it was to them to get back for it.
Stand now.
It's like a prize duel.
Stand by now for the cultural challenges from both teams ahead of this test match here at Mount Smart. Beautifully led by Ashley Smalley and Sui Pawaraisa. Smalley, of course, was a Kiwi Ferns player last year. A big moment for her. Now we await the response from the Kiwi Ferns. Fantastic. How good was that from Kiri Matua to start the Kiwi Ferns there. Not playing today. Very unlucky not to be playing. She's fantastic through the premiership for Counties Manukau, Daryl. That's a fantastic way. What a better way to set up a match. I can't think of one.
See the emotions coming out of Facial pictures of them all. Crystal struggling to hold it there. Need a couple of moments to calm down. Kiwi captain.
Even barely 2 months ago, you wouldn't think a game like this would have been possible in the world we live in nowadays. And Kiri Matua there, unlucky to miss out. But a very proud moment for her to start off the cultural challenge. So here we go, folks. Crystal Rota about to run out as the captain of the Kiwi Ferns for the first time in her lengthy career. Referee for this match today, Viggo Rasmussen. As we're all set for Test football here at Mount Smart, the Kiwi Ferns and Fetu Samoa. It's going to be Fetu Samoa to have the first possession. Oh dear, and straight away there's a mistake. That is very unfortunate for Samoa, who concede the first possession 5 metres out from the line.
Not quite deep enough here to catch the football, Capson, but a great kickoff. This is into a breeze, believe it or not. And that's 50 on the fly. Normally you'd be standing in the in-goal area. Not expecting that ball to carry quite as far. Tough pill to swallow for Ross Ueli.
Yeah, Summer Caspin. So it's going to be the Kiwi Ferns with a great attacking opportunity for all these newcomers. It's going to be Hitame with the first carry for the Kiwi Ferns. 6 new players in the starting lineup today. Wirakohu, the player of the grand final last week for Counties Manukau. She was absolutely sensational off the front row. Here's Leatawa. Rather, here is Crystal Tamarua. Tamarua to play it a couple of metres out. Rota. Here's Butler. Harata Butler. Looking for the offload, but just tied up by that Samoan defence. Rota. Here they come again. The Kiwi Ferns through Fetarika, playing in the second row today. Usually a centre. Rota on the last tackle. Good defence so far as Hansen puts it through, almost hits the referee, and has a chase for the line, and it looks like Carly Hansen might have caught the try. A bit unusual, but Carly Hansen, the Auckland player from Te Aratu, has scored a try for New Zealand.
What about the bounce? There was nothing on here. Last play. Let's have a look at the kick. Headed towards the middle of the post. It comes off the post, just above the crossbar on the right upright. And then ricochets back. Where's my fullback? Where's Port Elaine? Oh.
You wouldn't read about
Fortune favours. Great start.
Well, you wouldn't read about Richie Barnett on the sideline. Carly Hansen, a former soccer player who switched to rugby league in recent years. Sensational season for Akarana, and now she's on the score sheet in international football.
Well, where do I start the international career? You know, taking over from Racing McGregor, who's stuck over in Australia, national women's competition over there. Fantastic start for the Kiwi Ferns, but what a bounce. And as we mentioned before, Honey Hitame Smiling normally plays on that left edge, is now playing on the right edge, which is very unusual. I guess any space and time with play of her stature, I'm sure that she'll pose a lot of opportunities.
Yeah, her and Newman have switched centre positions from last year's test against Australia at Wollongong. Now Hansen with conversion attempt. She's a good goal kicker too.
A lovely strike. Left footer. Up inside left post. Just brings it back to the middle. Perfect start.
Yeah, Hansen, 2 tries and 8 goals in the New Zealand National Premiership this year. And that's 6 points to 0. Great start as we have a look at Andrew Almatangi in the middle of the shot there. He's the coach of the New Zealand residents team, which we'll see in action tomorrow against the Māori residents. Hard luck for Samoa, Jesus. The start they were looking for. Siatanga it is, kicking off for Samoa. And Bakani fields it. And now Wirakohu. I don't know if you I'm sure you saw the final last week. Every time she carried the ball last week, Darryl, you must have had a smile on your face. She was sensational.
Yeah, there was players bouncing everywhere. Straight through the middle it was as well. Crystal Rota showing them going on the inside. Moving the football onto Scanlon on the outside, driven back nicely in the D.
33 years of age now, Charlotte Scanlon scored a try in the 2013 World Cup final for the Kiwi Ferns. As Wirakohu almost breaks through.
I said keep going. I said keep going. You were never held on the ground. Scrum down here.
Well, it's going to be a Samoan scrum. Kiwi Ferns a little unlucky. One thing to note with Wirakohu, real big body, but very athletic, and she likes playing wide of the ruck on that left edge, Darryl.
We'll get the ball to her nice and early on the left edge there. Unfortunately, she didn't hear the ref there saying there was no tackle, not held. Let's have a look and check it out. So in she goes, gets a shift down, and just skipping out of the tackle, yeah. So no held, played the football, and that's a handover.
Okay, now half. Out!
Wirakohu, unlucky. She's a Māori All-Stars player as well earlier on in the year, and straight away there's some heavy defence coming in here on Ellie for Samoa.
Here, girls, hold. Hold!
This will be an area that Ricky Henry would have been stressing into the Kiwi defence. Wouldn't be surprised they give a penalty away in the set of 6.
Here we are, ladies.
Too long in the tackle.
To Funga it is.
Go to referee.
Away comes Pawaraisa. Hit hard. She's not the biggest player, Pawaraisa, but gee, she plays with a lot of heart.
Here we are. Hold here.
Played really well for Canterbury this season. Hit hard by Scanlon. Now Smalley, the former Kiwi Ferns player. She'll be getting stuck into former teammates here.
Crystal, release!
Rota and Smalley teammates at Counties Manukau just last week. Now Lemanu.
Okay, thank you, mate.
Well, that one's gone to ground, but it's been picked up nicely. And Samoa, this defence from the Kiwi Ferns is very good so far. The tackling is excellent.
Go.
As Paul Delane was wrestled to the ground. There goes Lemanu's kick. Holding up in that breeze.
Backwards!
Newman went backwards off her, so the referee's happy for play to continue.
Not the greatest set of 6 for Rossuelli and the Samoan team. They shift it to the right, and the ball hits the ground, and then the kick just goes midfield. Richie Barnett, the conditions down there we saw in the first game, Nue versus Tonga, there was a big breeze from left to right on the screen. Has that changed?
No, certainly this stayed the same and actually picked up earlier before. North-westerly, I think it is. And I've got to say that the fullback for Samoa, Fetu Samoa, Kaliamareta Pādi Lane, looks very promising.
I tell you, Sue, let's spot about New Zealand's fullback right here. Tauhala Liku, that was a great run. Big strapping player at the back now. Scanlon played every second of every game for Akarana in the Premiership this season in that lock forward position. Last play now for the Kiwi Ferns is Hansen. She's a good kicker in general play as well as she drives Samoa back to the corner. And Samoa, it's a good set of 6 from New Zealand there. Samoa deep in defence.
Yep, caught just inside the try line. Back into the in-goal area and driven it out, left corner. This is tackle 2. Samoa working hard.
Yeah, the fullback it is, Puri Lane, former Canterbury Rugby Union player. This is Ellie again.
Move, Crystal! Here we are.
Samoa, a lot of one-off running at the moment is Migueli, the young hooker. Wait, that's a better run. A bit more space that time that Samoa were able to find.
Hold.
Put up another 10 or 12 metres there was Leatawa, the former Kiwi Ferns player. And there's Wirakohu. And also Fetarika. You don't want to run into them too often.
It's a mistake. All you're doing there is holding the middle.
The kick from Siatanga. This one's found green pasture behind Kahalaliku.
Found some space, wasn't the intended area that was the kick was went to.
Interesting to see Tahalaliku get a start at fullback in this game. And Ricky Henry preferring her there. See, Amber Carney, of course, is there too. But he's decided to keep Carney on the wing for this game with no RP Nichols available at the moment. Fetarika to play it. Rota rolls away from dummy half effectively, as she generally does. Hit him at dummy half. Just one carry for her in the game so far, Fetarika.
Last one, Suey all the way.
So goes back in defence, and now There's a nice run again from Hansen, and an offload was good too from Honey Hiramir. Fahakolo, this is great play from the Kiwi Ferns, and there is the strength and the power that we've seen forever from Honey Hiramir. Second try for the Kiwi Ferns.
Well, the play before here, they set this up with the raid, and it was Crystal Roto who had so much space to run on the right-hand edge. And then they went back there, and there's some really special efforts here. The one here from Honey Hiramir to get back up off the ground after being tackled and be in a position to catch the football and then just skip out is probably the telling blow. But the ability also to keep the ball alive through many hands down a short edge and just waiting with time before it comes back. Done well. Exceptionally well, Richie.
Yeah, I thought Autumn, Rain Stevenson-Daly, who was the MVP for the Stallions this season, came onto the ball hard and really created opportunities on their right edge. And of course, when you've got the calibre of player on the right, Honey Hiramir Smiler, well, you're always going to get tries when they're presenting the 39-year-old.
This is her 32nd Test match for New Zealand, debuting all the way back in 2008. And I remember asking her the last couple of weeks, is she going to make it to the World Cup next year, honey? She's kicking the touch on that one a little bit, to be fair. So fingers crossed she can get there next year. Carly Hansen.
I'd say Carly will kick this. Distance won't be a problem. She just might have swung it a little bit to the right. Yes, of course, Honey Hiramir, New Zealand Player of the Year 3 times, 5 years apart for each, 07, 12 and 17.
Well, I've got to say, Hansen here, that was really good play from her. And it just shows you what you can do if you can find a teammate, offload in the tackle. It's the ultimate way to create space, and always will be. Another try for Hiramir Smiler. And 10-0. So the Samoan team down by 10 points. Straight away, it's a good carry of the football right back at them from Crystal Tamarua. Here's Wirakohu with a full head of steam up. Marata Butler won't be too far away with the next carry. In fact, it's Tamarua again. Newman hits the line nice. What a great tackle coming there from Kunwayu, Malaysia.
So easy the yards through the middle here for the Kiwis. Samoa would be due to get their first marker to chase out a dummy half and try and nail the first recipient, slow it up a little.
Butler plays the ball to Rota. Now Hansen again, nicely gathered by the centre for Fetu Samoa, Tufunga, and it's going to be Samoan possession, 20 out.
Well, settler needed here for Samoa with a bit of energy through the middle, taking a little bit of sting out of the attack of the Kiwis. They're pretty much doing it as they wish.
Oh, Butler in there making a big tackle for the Kiwi Ferns alongside Wirakohu. Ellie, it was waiting for the big front rowers to front up here for Samoa. Not seeing them so far in this set. Migueli at dummy half. Here's Pawadisa. Samoa will play it. Migueli at dummy half. Comes to Siatanga. And Makani has dropped the ball. You don't see that too often from Makani.
Had a couple of players chasing, but not really in the precinct. Should have swallowed this. The ball just sat up in the air, the breeze blowing it backwards, maybe too much time. Let's have a look at it.
But this was just what Samoa needed, Richie Barnett. Now they've got the ball in an attacking position.
Certainly do. I think they need some variation, really. They're playing the hands of the Kiwi Ferns, the Samoan side. They're running 2 straight up and down. They need a bit of variation on the edge just to create some opportunities and really stretch them away from that wrestle that the Kiwi Ferns are really good at.
You do that with footwork or shoots out from the ruck, Richie. How does this Samoan team do that? Dummy half snipes?
Yeah, dummy half snipes, you know, maybe angle runs, probably play on the edge with push.
Referee just stopping play there for Aishali Smalley. They won't want to lose her. Samoa, and it's good to see Smalley going back to the scrum.
Got a bit of a target on her, Smalley. You know that. She won't get the ball and not have a couple of black jerseys coming at the same time.
Yeah, and of course their Countess Manukau teammates in Harata Butler and Wirakohu. Someone has been lost. That's unfortunate for us here. He has lost the ball there after scrum, first tackle. In fact, it's Lamanu, disappointing.
That hurts. I'll forget about it quickly and get in a maker interaction to get over it.
Okay, girls, here we go. Oh, this side, please, Seven. Seven, this side. Thank you.
Completion rate's just down a touch from both teams so far.
Scanlon leads the tackle count with 8 so far for both sides.
She's a machine. She'll just go all day. Newman.
Stand now, Seven. Here. Wide. Go, one.
Rota. Nice aggressive run again from Crystal Tamarua. Played all 3 games, a prop for the Warriors this season. Here's Scanlon hitting the line nice and fast and flat. But the Samoan defence is pretty good on her.
Hold here. Hold.
Only wearing 9, they're only 19 years of age. Wirakohu. Good strong tackle from the number 7, Siatanga, for Samoa. So far, Wirakohu's been pretty well contained. Hansen. Now Scanlon with her second carry of the set.
Last tackle. Here. Go.
What will the Kiwi Ferns do on the last play? Hansen, whose kicking's been spot on so far. Oh, the bounce could be critical here for Vahakolo. And in the end, Honey Hirami Smiler chases through nicely as well.
So dangerous to let that bounce. And after falling over and retreating, gave the Kiwis the opportunity. They had 2 black jumpers in the frame, and they just needed a bounce after now being ragdoll back into the 20.
Look at the king Kiwi Ferns defence. Here to win today. It's a great tackle coming in from Autumn Stevens that time for New Zealand. She's on debut, of course, from the Upper Central Stallions from Rotorua. Congratulations to her on her test debut as well. Here's a hard-charging run from Laatawa. Ali Lautiti's niece, former Kiwi Ferns player as well. Here's the kick from Siatanga. And it's all the way down to Tauhala Liku.
Just on a little lower, keeping a little bit out of the breeze. Now some footwork being shown. Now the pace, here it comes.
Big, strong, athletic fullback. Makes a great run. Carney this time, good hands from her. Good footwork, Amber Carney. Kiwi Ferns want to keep the roll on here. The fast play the balls. Tamarua again. Tackle this time. Levels her 20 out from the Samoan line. Newman with Carney on that left edge. Fuase with a big tackle for Samoa. Rota. Scanlon. Down for the last. And there goes the kick from Hansen. Vahakola can't quite take it.
Would have been a really skillful play for Vahakolo to collect this and have a chance of scoring a try. But I like the way Ricky Henry has got Crystal Rota working. She's not going to the wide ruck, so she'll only go to first receiver on wide rucks. So it actually saves her a little bit of fatiguing, so she doesn't have to go sideline to sideline, work over the middle of the field.
Now Vardia out there. Clementine Vardia, very good off the bench for Akarana this season in the New Zealand Women's Championship, or the Premiership it was. Hit hard was Shannon Leota, the Fetu Samoan team.
Marcus, you got to lock in better, please.
Siatanga again.
Marcus got to lock in better.
The ankles there is Carly Hansen with the cat and pile race, so they won't want to lose her.
A nice show and go. A little bit of footwork. Straight up through the middle.
That was a very good run, and now Migueli, the young hooker. Wirakohu making the tackle, struts off her. Gelly, the 19-year-old from Otahu.
Hold here, hold, go.
He's the ball and Lamanu has it. Into the breeze again for Vahakolo. Good hands from the young winger.
Sort of makes a clearing kick, maybe a contestable, doesn't it, this breeze? With the strength of it. You put it up high enough, you can have your chasers arriving at the same time or near enough as the catch, which puts a little bit more pressure on. Lovely offload, left hand.
Ball's being picked up by Autumn Stevens for New Zealand. 23 years of age as Vahakolo plays dummy half. Hirumi Smiler just straight on to Fetarika, who normally would be in the centres. She's a good player though, Fetarika. Hard to tackles. Water rolls away to the right. Butler. Missed the grand final last week with an injury, but back for her today is Hansen. Here's it out to Scanlon. Rota on the last play. Hansen again. That little left foot nudge again looks pretty useful. Nicely gathered by Puda Lane. But the Kiwi Ferns players were offside. Crystal Tamarua.
Great play. The kick was perfect. They had options from the midfield here to go right and left. But they decide to go left, and Hansen finds the left foot just to the outside and feeds it through. And yes, Tamarua, what, maybe a metre in front, comes within the 10.
You got the mark there.
Well, Richie Barnett's been an excellent start for Carly Hansen.
She has been outstanding. Her kicking game has been on point. She's put pressure on Samoa, and their back rowers have been, I've got to say, superb. Fetarika, Tamarua and Scanlon have just tirelessly worked in that middle third.
And there's Butler in there trying to make a big tackle again. And number 12, Leataua. Angelina Leataua, the Warriors player in 2018 and 2019 in the Kiwi Ferns last year, number 12 for Samoa, and she's a real problem for any defence. Daryl Halligan.
Certainly is. I like the way New Zealand are defending. If the players get to the outside of them and they only get a low tackle or a legs tackle and the opposition looks like getting up first, they actually hold them down for just a little bit longer and provide a little bit of niggle. It's a little bit of confusion to the referee. What will he do? Happy to give away a penalty.
Fuasa. The carry of the football there from Nina Fuase. 32 years of age, a bit of a veteran player these days for Samoa's Lamanu. Gives it to Varia. Right table of busting tackles is Clementine Varia. From the Glenora Bears Club here in Auckland. Pawaraisa. Samoan captain. Siatanga. Ooh, nice little show and go there from her. This creates that little bit of uncertainty. Like that move.
Wait for that later in the game.
Pawaraisa. She'll throw herself at the defence all game. And now, the last play for Samoa. This is looking better as they're inside the 10. Here's a charge for the line. Lamanu, she's got it down. And there is a try for Samoa. Their best set has got the candles on the cake. And Samoa are back in it.
Did we mention the show and go? Have a look at this movement. And it's 3-on-3. Left edge raid. And then just as they shift the ball, Lamanu, she knows what she's got to do. Crystal Rota didn't come up quite far enough. And the low tackle was needed to drop her. But just watch the show and the go and how it splits the defence there. Creates the gap between Hani Hirame and Crystal Rota. Clever play. What you half, what you want them to do close to the line.
Oh, I love that play, Richie.
It's the first time, I think, through this half they've actually got into the red zone with the Kiwi Ferns. And the excitement you can just see in the players close to the line. And Lamanu just did everything right. She came onto the ball hard. She posed a lot of questions to the defence on the right edge for the Kiwi Ferns. And that's the way to strike back. That's a real confidence booster.
So Samoa's goal kicker, Michaela Eli.
It's a really difficult kick into this breeze. This breeze is coming straight in front of her. She's going to have to try and keep it low, otherwise it's going to blow back and across the right post. hard to control that into a breeze. You lose the shape of the kick.
At least Samoa on the board after a inconsistent start. Ricky Henry on the right of screen there with plenty of thinking to do as we enter the second quarter of this game. Now that's Ashley Smalley on the sideline there for Samoa, their starting prop. And hope that she will be able to get back on the field.
It was well constructed from the Samoan team. Good scoots out of dummy half, making good yards, got an error, converted it. Oh, there's a kick again. Wow, didn't learn the first time. Samoa not deep enough to receive that kick. Magnificent left boot on Hansen.
Wow, the kicking game from her and Autumn Stevens Daly have been excellent so far. Breeze is increasing, Richie, isn't it? It's quite strong at the moment.
Yeah, it's picked up again, mate. It's well in favour, as you can see. It's causing all sorts.
And that's going to be a penalty right in front of the post. That just went horribly wrong there for Samoa.
Needn't play at that.
Get off the line!
If a Kiwi touches that and doesn't let it go the 10 metres, then it's a penalty to Samoa. It was a poor grab.
Yeah, and Scanlon will start it here for the Kiwi Ferns as they look to strike back from the try they just conceded. Scanlon it is. All those players were offside from Samoa, surely. No, referee's only going to award a knock on here, and it will be Kiwi Ferns' ball, though. They were all offside, surely.
I'm sure they jumped the gun there, but adjudicated not to have done so. They must be faster than we think they are. Glenn?
Referee Viggo
Okay, let's pack it.
Rasmussen, could be careful.
Pack it down.
Not to mention a famous actor's name when you mention referee Viggo Rasmussen. Here comes Hirami Smiler. Tackled by Kura Lane and also Ellie Rota. There's Tamarua. Well, Fetarika it is. Fetarika just charging at the defence. Just to meter out the Kiwi Ferns here. Oh, it's been dropped there by Terahia Hilmoana, who's out there now, the young player who's on debut off the interchange today.
Her first touch of the football was a forgotten one in her case. Scanlon, the top worker.
Very young player. Bulldogs under 18 player really this year, so she only just turned 18, but highly promising player. I know people within New Zealand Rugby League are very excited about her future.
Out of Belmore. Scanlon, the worker. 10 tackles, 7 hit-ups.
And she is making another tackle now is Charlotte Scanlon, her 11th of the game, number 13 there. She's got good leadership qualities too. Butler tries in there, making a big tackle, number 10 there for the New Zealand team. Trying to cut Lamanu, her attacking threat, out of the game. And of course, getting that try. So Samoa done well here, haven't they? Horrible stuff from the kickoff here, Darryl, but they haven't conceded any points. Amelia Fraser to bring it forward here. Another former Warriors NRLW squad member in that on Tawaraisa. She'll feel that tomorrow morning.
Looking up for the drop ball. Now the clearing kick, and it's a good one too, and will find space into the breeze. Turning the Kiwis round.
Halaliku it is. Good chase. Excellent, and that's Leatawa at her best. She's a very good player.
Controlled the contact, high tackle, took it to the ground, slow response and whack, and it comes again.
Carney was thumped this time by Molia Fraser. Here's Tamarua. She's all class, Crystal Tamarua.
Tom off. Okay, go 3.
Just does a lot of good things in a rugby league game. Now, Terahia Hilmoana.
Hold here, hold. Go 4.
Rota. It's Scanlon. Nice little pass from Hansen, and it's opened up the space here, and this is Stevens. Stevens running away from the defence or her support. But that was beautiful from Autumn Stevens. And the youngster scores on debut for the Kiwi Ferns.
Plenty of numbers on the outside. A lovely right-hand fan. Gifted run towards the left. Let's have a look at this. They were deep, held wide. Lovely little tip-ons playing post-line football. And here, two on the outside. Honey Hiramia lining up, but no, I don't need you. And yes, wow, both halves on the scoreboard.
Haven't they been fantastic? And then the centre on the left edge here, Michaela Ali, who came rushing in, panicked a little. That provided the opportunity for this gun, Autumn Rain Stevenson-Daly.
I was just about to mention, Richie, that Samoa had worked their way at the 30-minute mark here, or nearly, back into this game after a horrible start where they didn't field the kickoff properly. They score a try and then don't field the kickoff properly again. Take those two errors out of it, it was only 10-4. They were right in this game.
Wonderful run there from Stevens-Daly, and the try is converted by Hansen. 16-4. Stevens-Daly, young player, 23 years of age from Rotorua, former Bay of Plenty Sevens player. And speaking to her, she's very excited about Stevens-Daly's future as well, Daryl.
You've got someone that creative playing on the inside of you. Not surprised. There'll be opportunities aplenty coming Honey's way in the second half as we see Crystal Rota giving some of the directives while they have a bit of a breather for the restart. Gosh, they've got some experience, even though we've got many on debut. Good leaders. Good leaders.
Well, Scanlon back in the mix after spending years in Japan playing rugby union. And of course, you think about all the Kiwi Ferns players hopefully watching this from Australia, after the NRLW players like Amber Hall, Racey McGregor, many others. Depth is looking pretty good.
Last year's game, wasn't it? Georgia Hale and Api Nichols were on fire.
Yeah.
And, you know, how can we leave out the likes of Fetu Moala, the jukebox? It was just
Lots of them.
Yeah, unbelievable.
When you're an older player and you're not playing and you're watching some of the young ones come through, you feel a bit nervous, don't you, about going there next time or what's happening in the future.
And just to reinforce that, as we see Newman get hit hard, Jules Newman, just 6 of the 20 that were named in the squad to play Australia last year, Daryl, have survived that game for various reasons, obviously. Now here's Crystal Stowers. Congratulations to her. She's on debut today. Rota. Here is a good run up the middle by Hilmoana. The tackle, though, on her. Samoa attacking quite solidly. Now Hansen with the kick on the last play, looking for some space. They're targeting once again Capson, but she's got the ball this time. Would she just managed to stay in the field of players? Fahakolo tried to drive her into touch.
Ball, the tackler and all. It's a good set of 6 after scoring points from the Kiwis. They kicked well inside the half.
Samoa continue to roll away. But they've been doing a lot of returning of the football, Richie, from their own end in this first half.
Oh, just on the back end of some really clever kicking, you know, putting them under pressure, pinpoint right on the edges, and making it difficult for the back three.
As Vardy's offload, it was a good one to Funga.
Nice umbrella defence there. There was no one on the outside, but they stopped the ball from getting to the outside, even though there's a Samoan player out there.
There's Paradisa.
Last one, up and square. Here. Right here. Yeah.
Nice play now for Samoa. Hard set for them this time as Siatanga tries to get some distance, but all she's done is find the tall, athletic Lavinia Tahalaliku.
She's got a really good kicking style. Struggling to get it into the breeze in the first half here, but you wait till she hops in the second half and you watch her start directing play then. She'll be pinning corners.
She's good players for Hakolo rather, up towards the halfway line. Tries to one it is in the first half. Tries to Hansen, Hideme, Smiler and Stevens-Daly for New Zealand. Fetu Samoa's try scored by Lamanu. Fetu. Wow. She's been very strong as Rota finds Hidemi Smiler. There's the offload from her, Fetu. Scanlon. Now it's Bill Moana once more. Rota out to the left. That's Hansen. Not afraid to take the line on. Carly Hansen. Last play now for the Kiwi Ferns. And a run it. Looks like they might do. As Newman will die with the ball though. Maybe not the best option. Maybe a kick in these inconsistent windy conditions. Darryl would have been the better option.
Well, it's become a trend in the game to run the ball on the last. Shows you keep the defences alert on the edge there. Doesn't allow the wingers to drop back maybe next time, and that's when you put the kick in. So you sort of play a game of cards with it. It's become more and more common this year in the NRL as well. So these guys picking up great tips.
I suppose too, with your 12 points up as well, it's worth doing something a bit different. Great tackling coming in there from Scanlon once more, and Stowers.
The real key to that, Glenn, is leaving the ball in the corner, making the team work themselves out of the corner, whether it's kick there or run there.
Clementine Vardia. Kiwi Ferns will have to keep their eye on her. She's a very capable player. And that was Stowers.
Head goes back.
Yes, Stowers not contact. Not the biggest player, but she doesn't lack courage. Crystal Stowers. Here's Pawaraisa.
I've enjoyed her runs here. Pawaraisa. Right up through the middle, got good footwork. Always managed to squeeze as a frame through the contact.
She's a very experienced, good player as Lamanu. Finishes that set. Not a bad set of set. 6 from Samoa as Fahakolo. Here's the set here. The tackle coming in from Leota, number 11. Look at the fullback for the Kiwi Ferns too, Tahali Liku. She's going well.
Oh, I just love to see someone run with it. It's running a little bit one out, needs a bit of company. Take a couple of players away and open up some spaces.
Maitua Fetarika, levelled by her Counties Monaco teammate, Shay Lamanu, as Rota. Oh, it's been dropped that time by Hansen. To be disappointed with that, but it's a penalty.
They say the honeymoon is over. Mistake-free for Hansen. And now it was just coming all a little bit easy, so Karma took control. See how she bounces back.
3-1 the penalty count. I don't think Hansen will be too bothered by that, Richie, based on what we've seen through the National Premiership this season. She's a very composed player.
Absolutely, that's the word. She's really composed. You can just tell when she's playing, she's got plenty of time. Nothing really phases her. And as Darryl said before, I'm really impressed with their kicking game, Samoan kicking game, actually. To recognise and change the style of kick, low trajectory at times. She's getting good distance as well.
Come up. Yep.
Now try to Samoa. I would dearly love one more strike before half-time here. Keep the Kiwi Ferns close.
4 sets each left. Should I say 2? 4 minutes to go.
Shannon Leota, good run. Oh, she's dropped it on. And you heard the referee, Leota, just spilling it.
Completions now starting to head on the decline. Just 71% completed from Samoa after the horrible start they had. And the Kiwis, well, they've dropped a little bit to 75%. Ricky Henry will be stressing the importance of completions in the second half when you're running into a breeze at half-time.
So New Zealand might get another opportunity as Hidemi Smiler makes good meters post-contacts. Rota. Now Scanlon.
Work, Clementine, work, Clementine.
Big meters on offer if you run from the ruck here.
Rota. Stowers. Hansen. Oh, they look forward. Yes, referee's got it. The referee's assistant on the touchline's got that one.
We'll get a replay of this. And the shape they've set up is pretty much perfect. And the runner coming through the front. The ball straight across out the back here sees everyone released on the right. Let's have a look. Out they go. They're set up nicely. There's space to pass, and there's space to pass again here. But always choosing the front runner as against looking for the options. There's 3 players out the back, including Tauhala Liku.
Yeah, Newman was in space too.
Lost opportunity, had Richie Barnett running around the back there.
Well, the shape was great. Plenty of options, as you mentioned before. You just got to hit the right person. I didn't think that was too far off.
Now that is a penalty.
Now this is an opportunity, Glenn.
Yes.
3 to go to half-time. Playing into a breeze. Only down by 12. Should have found the touch line, perhaps.
Exactly. Pawadisa.
17 now!
Yeah, didn't find the touch line, looking for those extra metres to come in New Zealand territory. Small leaders back out there, but she's well contained in that run.
Release! Go 2, 17!
Wide of the ruck this time. Good run coming in from Morlia Fraser.
Go 3.
Kelly again. Now Varia. Clementine Varia, the young interchange player. Samoa would still like to get another 10 to 15 metres closer to the line. They're looking a bit better, and there's a better run coming in this time from Tafunga, who's going well in the centre back position.
Good read from Carney.
Here. Oh dear, there's a fortunate play the ball there.
Come down here before the play the ball.
Referee Rasmussen is being pretty brutal in the play the ball rulings.
She's done well on the wing here, Amber Carney, after dropping a high ball early in the match. Her defence pushing up, choosing the right player to go to, even if numbers are exposed on the outside, has been very good. So when a player drops someone off on the inside of you or has a show and go, it puts the outside defender right on her heels. She come up, makes the tackle and closes it down.
Stevens. Not the biggest player, is she? But she's in there. Trying to bust tackles. Hit me Smiler. There she goes. You don't want to give her too much space. And she's earned a penalty for her team there. Kiwi Ferns for these last few seconds look to continue play. I'll be happy to wind the clock down. Well, there's your answer.
Stay there. Yep. Go.
One last opportunity. Scannell will just take the head up to close out the first half. 3 tries to 1 it is. Hansen, Hitami Smiler and Stevens Daly with the tries for New Zealand. Lamanu for Samoa. And it's the home team, New Zealand, leading 16-4 at halftime.
Well, Glenn, I've got Lindley Tierney, who is part of the inaugural Kiwi Ferns. How important is it for you to be here today to celebrate the 25 years of the Kiwi Ferns?
Oh, it's extremely important, I think, for us to be here to support all our girls that are playing out there right now, and just so proud to be a part of the entire sisterhood from the start.
Speaking of the sisterhood and the Kiwi Ferns legacy, what's it like when you just look over your shoulder and you see the ex-Kiwi Ferns and some of your old teammates?
Yeah, I want to be over there because we just, all of us have had a really big bond from day one. As soon as you get named and you're in camp and you've been rivals against each other for such a long time, and then you're all together and we're friends for life. We all do so many things for each other. Whenever anybody needs anything, it's drop everything and get there.
If we go back 25 years, 1995, 23 of you got on a plane, you went and played against Australia at Lidcombe Oval. You won 18-14. What was that like?
Yeah, it was pretty full on. We got changed off the plane, changed on the bus. Kickoff for us was 10:30 at night. You know, so we got on the field, absolutely loved every minute of it, and gave it to the Aussie girls as much as we could, and come out victorious. Yeah.
And how proud are you of the Kiwi Ferns today to carry on the legacy?
Oh, there are no words. You know, being proud is just a small part of it. Yeah, we love everything that the girls are doing today, and we're just really happy to be a part of the footprints that started it.
Well, Lindley, thank you so much and enjoy the rest of the day.
No, thank you very much. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, great to hear from some of these old Dirk players. 16-4 at half-time. We'll be back for the second half right after this. But today it's all about rugby league, and it's New Zealand leading 16-4. New Zealand's 52nd test match in 25 years of women's rugby league. New Zealand currently won 43 of their 51 games, 8 losses, all to Australia. But while Darryl Halligan, they've lost Well, Australia have had the wood over New Zealand in recent years. New Zealand still enjoy a 16-8 winning margin over Australia. Fingers crossed they can begin to extend that again in the future.
And with young talent like Carly Hansen and Autumn Stevens coming through, of course they can. See their skills on display here, and now we're going to look at the kicking game. They controlled the game really well in the first half. The young halves pairing on debut, and now they turn around into a fairly hefty breeze. It's not quite as easy to manage a game into a breeze when you don't have the kicking game available that can get you out of trouble. So let's see how they go.
Well, New Zealand have young halves in Hansen and, as we just saw, Stevens Daly playing today, but they've handled the occasion very well. As the second half is underway, an interesting kick-off, and it's been well controlled there by the Kiwi Ferns, and Harata Butler brings it back. One of 10 Kiwi Ferns players on debut today. Before this game, 147 women had played for the Kiwi Ferns in the 25 years of New Zealand Rugby League. Now we have 157 if all 10 get on today. We haven't seen Charlize White or Canyon Paul on the field just yet for the Kiwi Ferns. If both of those players get on today, that will take it to 157. Rota to Butler. Tamarua.
Her second carry in the set of 6. Tamarua, she's been perfect on the left edge.
11 tackles, 10 carries. Rota at dummy half. Stowers, all the momentum lost there as Hansen picks up the ball. Now Stevens. Here comes Autumn Stevens Daly again. Vahakolo on her right. And Kayla Vahakolo is going to score the try. A perfect start to the Kiwi Ferns in the second half.
Oh, well. We're questioning the halves at half-time. Not questioning their performance, but how they would control the second half. And a perfect start. They hit it down the left edge. Tamarua has 2 runs in the opening set, and then there's an opportunity to shift it wide, half to half, and then the hand Autumn Stevens pushes away. She was in this position just before. She chose to run on her own. Now she gives it to the outside, brings into the play for Halakolo, and yes, we've got try time. Similar to the opening in the first half. Points on the board.
Stephen Daly just glides, doesn't she? And again, she uses that left arm fend to get around. She's got plenty of pace, but the combination between the halves is starting to really work together nicely. And after that missed pass, they just pretty much jumped into their set piece.
Richie, the timing of that pass, you're in that position often when you are either going to go yourself or show on the outside and then deliver it, is often not an easy one to make. She did that perfectly.
Yeah, she certainly did, and it just makes sense too when you get the ball with a little bit of space and time. It's so much easier when you understand too that you've got the pace to back it up.
Here comes Hansen with the conversion attempts. And the breeze will hold that up, so no conversion, 20 points to 4, but a proud moment there for Caitlin Vahakolo and her family, scoring on debut for New Zealand.
It was a good shift from the midfield, wasn't it? And there, carrying the ball in 2 hands, swapping it to the outside. And here, this is the decision Richie and I are talking about. Do we go or when do we pass?
Just nice to see you square up too, isn't it?
Yeah. The only problem was Richie never passed me those ones.
Yeah, you always passing the ball to him.
I was really tunnel visioned.
Don't forget tomorrow, folks, we've got 2 games coming up. The under-18 clash, clubs and school teams, some hot talent on display there. And then at 4:15, it's the New Zealand residents against the Māori residents. New Zealand residents captained by Alex Todd there from Canterbury.
This corner's been peppered here, and why wouldn't it, from the kickoff? Every kickoff has gone to this right edge. And deep.
Rota, the Kiwi Ferns captain. How good has Tamarua been on this left edge? Very solid.
Tamarua, Fetarika, Scanlon in your back row. They're workaholics.
They are indeed. And then you've got the punch coming up the middle from Harata Butler. And also Witakohu, who, of course, will come back onto the field in the latter stages of this game. Beautiful offload to Stowers from Crystal Rota.
It was a good catch. It was late.
It's the Counties Monaco combination, all in operation there as Scanlon goes straight behind the ruck. Good run. So 12th carry of the game. Hansen, short pass this time, good tackle. And in the end, they decided to run it on the last, Errol.
It was called forward too. Just a little bit of timing going away from Carly Hansen. This is a run at the end from Crystal Rota. She makes nearly 20 metres here. The set started 5 metres off its own line, and they ran for 75 metres to find the final play on the 20, and that's a mile forward. And then absolutely hammered. Was that Federica, was it?
He's battling after that. Mike Tua Federica.
Played a game for Queensland. Of course, she's played a game for Samoa as well.
Yeah, and of course she didn't play in the NRLW this year, Daryl, after playing all the games of the 2018 season for the Broncos, winning the title, and then switching to the Dragons, and then losing the final to the Broncos that year, 2019. Liking the look of Tohala Liku at fullback here, Daryl.
Yeah, limited opportunities. 6 hit-ups. I mentioned earlier on, and in those frames you did see players running with her. I wouldn't say she's been heavily involved. I mean, her wingers, and Carney and Vahakola, have done a lot of work coming out of their own end, but she shows the skills there with good left arm carry and right arm fend. Heavily strapped on that right quad. Maybe she's a little bit hampered by the quad injury.
She looks good, nice athletic, Richie.
Yeah, very. I think she's obviously clearly strong through the tackle. Like to see her in a bit of space. Like them to see her create a bit of opportunity for her too.
Oh, Butler with a beauty.
It's a double-decker.
Stow was low, Butler high, the winning combination there. Ding, ding, ding. Iono out there now. Glory Iono for Samoa, wearing 14. Here's Pawaraisa. Oh, that's Butler again.
You're not going through me. You got to go round. And if you don't get it quite right, I'm going to whack you.
Harder to Butler with 2 cracking tackles. Now Aishley Smalley. Smalley to play it. Right on the 40. And here goes the kick from Lamanu, who scored Samoa's only try.
That's a great kick.
Good chase, too, from the fullback for Samoa, but Tohala Liku is strong, isn't she?
She is. She's got a good leg drive to skip out of those tackles. We mentioned Lamanu and her kicking game and how that would come into play in the second half. And she kicks it a mile. So when you whack it up into this breeze and it carries, it's a nightmare for the fullback.
And Bakani playing the ball for Rota. Now Newman. Newman to play the ball. Crystal Rota waits at dummy half.
There's a real even spread across the back 5 for the Kiwis, isn't there, in the workload? I mean, every outside back, the back 5, have all either had 5 or 6 hit-ups. So we see a scrappy play the ball and too much attention to detail from the Samoan defence, giving away a penalty. They've been good in this area. They haven't given away too many penalties, so you could say their discipline's been good.
That's the value of Crystal Tamarua again. Who, after winning the penalty, goes straight into the action again. And Smalley, who gave away the penalty, makes the tackle. Stowers. Good run.
She's got some energy, hasn't she, Stowers? Popping around onto the blind. Take a quick play of the ball.
Rota. Now they spread it. Henson. That's good. Stevens. Staley to Hirami. Hirami. Nice pass to Vahakolo. Referee allows play to continue. Yes. New Zealand still have it. Federica. Rota. Oh, intercepted. Nicely anticipated there from Ali. She did really well.
Try saver. Big turnaround that. Good anticipation from Ali. The try on offering there. 2 plays in advance.
Knock on. Nah, it's just a knock on. It was just slow on the right. We're going to play a knock on.
So it will be a Samoan scrum feed here. And Hansen knocking it on.
This was the end of the play. And the try was coming here as Hani Hirame sets her line. And inside the pass comes. It was still on here. And the defence just scrambles and scrambles. And then the ball hits the ground. But it was lovely play. And then, yes, taking the space. Ellie. And away she comes. When I alluded to the work of Stowers opening up a play on the left-hand edge, that allowed Hansen and Autumn Stevens to get together and play 2 passes wide of the ruck to send Honey Hiramir away. So in her roving role and through the middle with Stowers, that's her perfect job.
Yeah, she's a good player, Crystal Stowers. Not the biggest player, not much gets past her, frankly. So we got an injury replacement coming, and Fuase is going to come back on.
Okay, girls, here we go.
Look like Molia Fraser might be injured. I know she's still there.
Where's our half? Where's our half? Oh, she's still coming.
Tohala Liku has lost the
heads in,
strapping
go,
on
girls.
the right
Heads
quad.
in. Let's go. Oh, yeah, sorry.
Breeze, as you can see, getting up there.
Yeah. Heads in.
Behind the Samoan
Okay,
team.
time back on, let's go.
Tanga defeated.
Is that a little bit of rain coming there, Rick?
It certainly is. Thanks for reminding me.
Yeah.
Where's your umbrella?
That's coming,
oh. Go one.
Migueli. Rain is coming in from the north at the moment. Unfortunate, beautifully sunny earlier. We're in that equinox period, Darryl, where it's a little bit inconsistent.
La Niña, aren't we?
Yeah. Stable weather.
Do you know what that is?
Yeah, something to do with the rain and the sun. Here comes Molia Fraser.
All the way. Hold. Go for.
Smalling. Charging run coming up now.
Last one. Release. Yeah.
The Kiwi Ferns players is down.
Lost control before
And
the
there's
last
going to be a scrum for New Zealand. Iono has lost it in the play the ball.
Time off.
And don't forget, of course, State of Origin 2 coming up this Wednesday.
It's not cramped, eh?
Well, it's going to be interesting to see how New South Wales respond after losing to Queensland 18-14.
Well below their best in the first game, I thought. New South Wales and Queensland hung in there and made most of their opportunities. Here, this game here, 7 errors all. The telling factor is 22 missed tackles for the Samoan side as against 7 for the Ferns. Ferns have had 90 hit-ups to Fetu Samoa's 70.
Looks like Hansen, Richie Barnes just copped a knock on the knee there.
Yeah, absolutely. She's I was really impressed, actually, that set that we just saw on that right edge. She squared that up quite nicely. And they were able to have some play on the edge on the right. She's got it all, hasn't she?
And 3 players not used so far in this game. Vili for Samoa, White and Paul, who can both play hooker for the Ferns.
It's really interesting to watch a player like Hansen play, Richie. I mean, she played for Akarana, and to be fair, Akarana and Counties Manukau is a big class gap between those two teams this season. But you can see the benefit maybe of Hansen playing in a beaten side there and stepping up and playing alongside many of these County Manukau's players for New Zealand here.
And I guess most of the players have played together for some time too, but you're right, Counties Manukau, 11 straight premierships. Outstanding. They were dominated, but you're right, they unearthed some real talent, as we've seen here today. Carly particularly.
Does this weather close the game down a little bit, Richie? I mean, I know you like to be leading once the rain's come, and you like to play with the breeze behind you, but when I see the workload that the Kiwi Ferns pack, the starting pack have all made close to 20 tackles or 15 tackles basically, and all had 10 runs. They've done a lot of work.
Well, they're able to get out of trouble quite easily, haven't they? Given that the conditions are now favourable for Fetu Samoa, particularly with the kicking game and the wind factor, I thought it would have favoured them more.
Well, this will help. Captain Crystal Rota won't be happy with that. Maybe the delay took a lot of time away from her and things got cold. The fumble at the back of the scrum. And now, what have we got? Some confusion.
Well, no, Hansen looks like she's actually coming off. And she gave that knee a crack, but looks like Hansen's day is done. Well, that's a shame to see her end the game in this way.
So this will push Stowers maybe into the halves, or Kenyon Paul maybe. See how they manipulate the spine here. Ricky Henry.
It's going to be Canyon Paul to come on, Richie, isn't it? Warriors hooker.
All right, girls, let's go. Everyone on?
She'll come on. That's Emma Carney's come up with some real crackers, hasn't she?
Let's go.
You can see again, just on
Let's go. Heads
the
in,
right
girls.
knee.
Heads in. Okay, ball in. Time back
More like
on.
an awkward fall, didn't it, in anything? So this will cause a bit of a reshuffle. Canyon Paul wearing 14 out there in the Kiwi Ferns squad last year, but not playing. So this is her debut for New Zealand today. So congratulations to her as well. 23 years of age, Hamilton-born player.
Here we are.
Go the Waikato.
Hold. Go to.
There's 2 Waikato players in the Kiwi Ferns team today, and of course one from Bay Plenty, Stevens Daly.
Release the Crystal.
Honey Hirami, of course, from Waikato too.
Wait. Go through.
McGelly at dummy half. Here's Smalley, first receiver, and back on the angled run is Iono.
Great opportunity.
On the line.
He needs a strike here, Samoa.
Hold. Go 4.
Smalley again. Pushes off Fetarika. Autumn Stevens Daly making the tackle.
Go.
Last play now.
Step backwards.
Play on is the call. But it's a Samoan attack under pressure now, and Laotawa, not much he could do.
Hold there, right there.
Just couldn't quite get the ball to the edge. They were actually equal numbers, but the passes behind the players
Okay, play the ball.
took all the direction out of the plate. It was only ever shuffled, perhaps a kick. And a repeat set could have been an option. This is Stowers.
Hold here. Hold.
Canyon Paul slots into dummy half. That will force Water probably back into the halves.
Nice, Caitlin.
Nice step out to the left and a good scoot. Start her account. Oh, terrible play the ball, however. Must have been a hand in there.
Smalley gives up penalty.
When you're ready. Go.
Butler almost through.
No! Hold. Go 1.
Here comes Rota. Gobbles up easy meters here, Crystal Rota.
Great ruck recognition. Caught them napping.
Got great rugby league IQ as Tamarua slots into dummy half. Stowers, good hands from her in the end. Good footwork too as she salvages what could have been a dodgy situation. Inside the 20. Come the Kiwi Ferns. Scanlon. Paul. Pass goes to ground, but it's well gathered by Vahakolo. And now Stevens Daly.
Hold here. Hold. Hold.
Canyon Paul at dummy half. Rota. Here is good hands again from Fetarika this time. Oh, she's found Stevens Daly beautifully. Great D. It wasn't it for us there with a try-saving tackle. Now Rota. Oh, it's been knocked down. There should be play on, and it's going to be Stevens Daly who's going to go in for the second try of the game for her. And the Kiwi Ferns stretch their lead at 20.
There was some pretty impressive scramble D here from Samoa. The ability to keep the ball alive from the Kiwi Ferns. Sees 2 tries in the space of 12 minutes for this young lady on debut. Great run from Crystal Rota. I'm glad she didn't try and offload that football. She needed to hold it, even in the heavy traffic. And then 2 plays later, they shifted again. The tap down, then the pick up. A little bit of work to do here. Players on the outside holding their edge, provide some space in the middle, and over she goes. Autumn Stevens Daly.
The Upper Central MVP for the championship side. He won it for the very first time. What a player. Gifted. He's pretty happy with that. They just can't find any ball, can they?
Richie, she can't run away from the cameras like that. When you get to be a good player, the cameras come to you. She needs to get used to it.
Absolutely agree.
I feel she's got a few more cameras coming her way.
Changing goal kicker now, of course, with Hansen off the field, and here's Canyon Paul. He's just come onto the field, the 23-year-old. Played 2 games for the Warriors in the NRLW this year, and of course was part of that very famous Kiwi Ferns win in the World Cup of Nines last year over in Perth. Remember that, Daryl?
Of course, this one here was into a pretty stiff breeze and she didn't really get a good hold of it, so just held up and sat back on the 10-metre line. Kiwis start to show their class as the weather closes in. 24-4. And here you see the work of Crystal Rota Fetu coming back up and offload. Wow, that's not easy. And it's just started to rain and they've played nearly 60 minutes.
Good refereeing there too from Viggo Rasmussen to allow play to continue under advantage, which saw Stevens Daly score his second try. Charlotte Scanlon's taken a breather after 55 minutes. Which means Charlize White is on the field, and Amber Carney, well, she's dropped the ball off the kickoff, and it's that left corner again, isn't it? For the team at the southern end of the field.
It's been a bit of witchery go down on in that corner.
Got your voodoo doll out or something, Richie, have you?
No, it's actually been blessed.
Tell you, with the wind, it's coming, I mean, down like a herd of turtles, and it's unbelievable. Right on the chest. Look at this.
A herd of turtles.
Look at that.
I'm loving your work.
Stay there, stay there. Come on, Samoa. Okay, here we go. Heads in.
I mentioned some of the workers.
Heads in. Okay,
Top tackle count so far goes to Smiley with 28 tackles for Samoa.
She's having
and her carries as well.
Now here's an opportunity for Samoa. It's unfortunate. Play on is the call, and away comes Stevens Daly. Hinami Smiler is smashed.
She's got good body strength there. Open for a really good shot, Honey, but knows how to handle it.
Butler
Zero, thank you.
through the middle for New Zealand. Rota nicely running onto the ball there is Tamarua. Good run from Crystal Tamarua. She's been one of New Zealand's better players today. Mind you, there really hasn't been a bad performance from anyone wearing black. Stowers.
Stand down! Here!
Rota waits at dummy half, and there's another penalty.
9 too long. What are you doing, Crystal? Okay. Hold that 10, guys, when you're ready.
Do you think Crystal Rota plays the full 80, Richie? I thought they might have given her a spell at some stage.
I think she's going to be there to stay. How's it? Ripper.
It's Leia Tower laying it in to Crystal Stowers. Tamarua again. She gets driven back this time by some excellent D. Great energy by Ono. She enjoyed it too. Stowers back for more. Leia Tower with another big shot. Kiwi Ferns are still making progress up the field despite these big hits. Tamarua. 5 metres out are the Kiwi Ferns. Hunting another try. Rota. Oh, she could have had a crack there. Now the last. Kiwi Ferns hunting their 6th try. Butler. Last play it is. Paul just gets the kick away. Might be a good one. It's gone backwards. Oh, Hinami Smiler just couldn't gather the greasy ball. And it's going to be a Samoan scrum.
She'll be disappointed there, Honey Hiramir. Would have liked to have picked this one up. Here comes the charge initially. And Leatua just irons.
Here we go, play the ball.
Whoa, right shoulder there on Moana. And then look at this kick. Did well to catch, regather, get it to the foot, up in the air. That's gone backwards in here. A nice right arm pickup. Might have been the option for Honey. However, she gets 2 down to it and just knocks it on.
Ellie playing the ball for Samoa. Here's the fullback hitting the line nice and hard again. Put a lane. From Christchurch to play this game for Samoa. Here's the other centre. Quiet second half from Tufunga. She's been very good in the first half, and unfortunately Crystal Stowers has Damaged the knee by the look of it.
Tackle 3. Wait, good. Yeah, but did Ghana hit the
Twisted,
ball?
possibly in an awkward position. It doesn't look good. She winced, and the trainer tried to extend or the knee.
Oh, we've already had Carly Hansen scrubbed with that knee injury. Hopefully Stowers join them as the rain sweeps in. There's a chance to just mention coming up.
She's in deep pain. There's deep pain.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's gone. Don't need your call on that one, Dr. Barnett.
So look, Scanlon, Whittaker, who's still on the sideline as well. They can both come back onto the field. She's been very good so far in this game, hasn't she? Autumn Stevens-Daly.
Well, she has. I love her timing. Knows her space and what's around her. Knows the speed it's travelling at. She shifted the ball well. She's backed up. If you watch here, she passes and then she keeps going. Happy to get players in open space, and then knows when to give as well. Gifted half. Also love the work. I mentioned her before, but Tamarua's had 16 carries in this match.
She's been very good.
Just a constant on the left edge.
Now, I mentioned it was Crystal Stowers, but I think it might be Charlize White actually down with that knee injury at the moment. But a chance anyway to remind you of tomorrow's games. We've got the under-18 clubs against the under-18 schools team. Most of the players playing in those games, in that game tomorrow, are already linked with the NRL clubs. So there's some high-quality young New Zealand players on display in that game at 2:15 tomorrow. And then we've got the best of the current crop of New Zealand senior rugby league players that are resident here in New Zealand. We've got the New Zealand residents and the Māori residents. That's going to be a ripper from 4:15.
Plenty of players in both those sides have played plenty of grade, and the likes of Ape Piwharangi on display. Quality. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, unfortunately, no Leivahopulu tomorrow. Unfortunately, he got injured at the Māori tournament a couple of weeks ago, which forced him to miss the final last week, and he's not playing in this game either, which is a bit of a shame. So that's Charlize White. It is Charlize White. Unfortunately, she just come onto the field too. Only made one carry and a tackle. And unfortunately, her debut for New Zealand won't be a memorable one in terms of the length of time on the field that she spent.
That probably answers our question whether Crystal Rota will play a full 80, and she might have to now, but with the breaks we've had in this match, taking a little bit of time out, that'll work in her favour.
It's a shame there for Charlize White. Glenora Bears player, 3 games Whakarana last year, all 4 this year. And that's going to bring, it's Kararaino Whittakohu back on to wreak some real havoc.
Straight back into the middle. You wait till the Kiwis get the ball and see how they have some ball movement through the middle.
So 22 to play. New Zealand leading 24-4.
Good pick up here. Toa, I've been impressed with her game as well. She's been really good.
Out there now is Vili for Samoa. And Varia again asks questions of the New Zealand defence. Goes to kick to end the set from Ali. Nicely taken by Vahakolo, who's looked good on that right wing today.
It's not an easy catch, that either. Been hanging around for a little while players are going off the field, and the next thing you're coming at you is a big high Gary on. Nice offload out the back here.
And Bakani sniffing around the ruck too. And
yeah, late in the game, she comes into play, but she comes in just a little early, according to Moala Fraser.
Yeah, it was a beauty of a tackle, wasn't it? Now Tamarua, in fact, Fetarika. To Fetarika Rota. Paul. Oh, it's been dropped by Whittaker, who wasn't easy to handle. And now it's been picked up by Puri Lane for Samoa.
The setup for that pass was perfect. Shaped, held back, could have gone behind or in front, but just come loose out of the fingers.
Stowers been very good wearing the number 10 jersey in this game. As Stowers in there making another tackle.
Move to the team! Here.
It's Butler, Crystal Stowers, Crystal Rota. Almost forward pass there from Vili, but play continues for Ashley Smalley.
Release it now!
81 tackles she's made for Samoa. That's her 6th carry.
Yes.
Wide it goes to Morlia Fraser. She's got a bit of space on that left edge. Fetarika in there, stopping her in her tracks. Vili.
Move now! Here.
Mila Maxine Vili.
Go forward.
25 out.
Thank you.
Varia. Skips through a couple of tackles. Clementine Varia. So it's Samoa 12 out.
Go. You're not there, Crystal.
Vili a dummy half. Siatanga. Now it comes out to Tafunga. She's going for the line, and she scores. Leanne Tufunga has got Samoa's 2nd try. What an excellent set of 6. Thoroughly deserving in a try.
A couple of lovely passes here. First, the width had to be created, so this starts somewhere near midfield on the left of the uprights. And then watch the shift as it comes across to the right. The Kiwi team on slide D, away they go. And out here, pass 1 perfect, 2, the show, the go, the high tackle, ripping up top. Plenty of work to do once you got close to the line. Let's check the grounding. The try was given, and yeah, beautiful work.
Mentioned before, the back row actually given the ball here. That was fantastic. It was the fullback came across, and it just gave her a bit of ball and space. And you mentioned her before. She's got a lot of ability and pace combined with a beautiful try.
The Kiwi Ferns defence just sliding in defence, which gives the opportunity of time and space to play against you instead of being rushed up and in like they have been umbrellaing. So by holding off and letting the opposition dictate the pace of the play and where the direction is going, you only basically have to slide over from there. Did well.
Shannon Leota, the Auckland Stormers player, who combined nicely on that right edge.
Yeah, going all right. Leota, very experienced Auckland Rugby Union player.
The positional change. Sorry, Glenn, we've got a positional change here with Amber Carney going back to fullback for the Kiwi Ferns, and Tohala Liku is playing on this left wing.
Yes, you're right. Tahakolo still on the right wing. Now, is that being picked up by New Zealand? Now, who's knocked that one on? Samoa? I think so.
Glaring mistake. Not getting to a kick after scoring points for Samoa. Rossiueli puts a cross on his score sheet.
Okay, heads in. Heads in. Heads in.
So a chance for New Zealand to strike back with 16 to play. Stevens Daly. Hirume Smiler cutting back behind the scrum.
10 now! On the line, on the line, on the line! Go, 1.
Stowers.
Release the legs! Yeah, hold it up.
Tackled by Vili. Ruck speed is good from New Zealand. Wirakohu. Thought she might have a crack. There she goes. She's very strong. Wirakohu. Rota. Oh, that's clever play from Rota as the lights come on. Oh, very close to a try, but it's been lost.
The try's gone big in here. And of course it was Wirakohu who went so close. And then I was looking in the frame for Tamarua, and she was here. Have a look, comes steaming through and couldn't quite get a pass from Crystal Rota. But I didn't see the touch. So they must have adjudicated that the ball went forward. Or you think it touched?
Yeah, it touched Tamarua, I think, yes. Wasn't much in it. Samoa have acquitted themselves pretty well. There's their captain, Pawaraisa. Can get back out there to complete the game. Tower, of course, played for New Zealand last year against Australia. Debuted against Australia in 2018. Ali Latati's niece. she's got good rugby league blood in her.
Heritage. Good news here also is even though the lights are on, the rain seems to have dropped a bit. In fact, speaking of Ueli, there's Brandon Ueli himself in the yellow jersey.
Yeah.
Good year this year for Cronulla. Of course, Ed Ross coaching the side.
He himself debuted for the Kiwis last year in Wollongong.
Isn't it great how the guys give back?
Richie Barnett's still got his umbrella up. I think it might be...
It's actually dropped down now.
Yeah, exactly. I think he can get that up.
The wind is dropped.
Let's go, ladies. Heads in.
Just have 15 to go.
Heads in. Let's go. Okay, ball in now.
Siatanga to feed the scrub. Malia Fraser.
Release it now. Here, all the way. Hold. Go.
Played against New Zealand last year. Now Vadia.
Hey, get off it now. Here.
Good, interesting run from Vadia. It's got good leg drive. There's the Samoan team throw themselves in again. This is for Wasi.
Hold. Go through.
Vili. Siatanga again. Wow, there top goes Laatawa again. Good run. Angelina Laatawa, she really enjoyed it. Smalley.
Last tackle. Get up.
Not a bad set of 6 from Samoa coming off their own line on that occasion. Siatanga hoping to end that set with a good kick. Oh, just taken on the fingertips by Vahakolo. Now Carney back at fullback now after starting on the wing.
Did so well to take that catch, Vahakolo. Now she comes in for some more work, getting the scoot out of dummy half and making good meters. Oh, before she spills it. Samoan player down in the background. I was just about to say, Glenn, these girls have fantastic energy. Sometimes you can get a stop-start game, and then it takes a while for the game to build again. But even if the game has stopped for an injury, the energy levels in the first, second tackles coming back from the restart of play, just exceptional.
Malia Fraser with a cracking tackle there on Vahakolo. Samoa got a scrum, full set of 6 tackles, 30 metres out from New Zealand's line.
Okay, ball in now for out.
Without executing from here, Siatanga with the first carry. It's a good one. Cassie Siatanga.
Here, Kiwis. Go, one.
Vili to the left, Smalley, those legs are pumping. Inside the 10.
Release it now.
Vili to keep it on the left for Esse.
Okay, move together. Thank you.
Oh, it's been lost in. Esse is baffled by that call.
A little dismayed. Errors becoming a problem for both teams. 12 for the Ferns. Fetu Samoa just one behind on 11. Golden field position here.
Antonio dropped the ball there and not when she needed to, really. There's Samoa can try and score their 3rd try in this game. They've been plucky right the way through, haven't they, Daryl?
A couple of missed opportunities and errors at the wrong time. Recovered from some errors early in the game to really put themselves in the hunt. Big ask now with just over 10 minutes to go. Oh, lovely. Love little short balls. Crystal Alter beautifully. Ending it on there to Urakohu.
Urakohu, and she's got a penalty. Actually, Smalley gives away another penalty. Well, they know the threat that Urakohu poses. They need to slow and play the ball down as much as possible. Moana.
Here we are, Sar, here.
Starts the set for New Zealand. Rota, Stowers.
Move together.
Smalley's going to clock up 40 tackles in this match game.
Yeah, she's going really well in that number 10 jersey for Samoa. Tamarua has been very impressive, the back rower for the Kiwi Ferns in this game. Stowers handles again. Hilmoana used as a decoy. That's Paul. Out it comes to Stevens Daly. It's proved dangerous most times she's touched the ball.
That is good D from Samoa. Testing attack from the Ferns.
Paul. Now Hilmoana again.
Last one! Yeah. Go. So you're not there.
Rota on the last play. Stevens Daly, well, she's overcooked that one big time.
Always too much off the toe, wasn't it? Always going dead. It's a difficult kick to judge, especially on a wet, slippery ground.
Okay.
So in the second half here, when the conditions have changed, you're probably better to put that one and try and land it 2 or 3 metres out from the goal line instead of getting it into the goal line area. And the pressure of the players chasing around will put one sort of pressure on, and two, with the wet ground, if you do pick it up, you've got to slow yourself down to pick it up, and other players can grab you and slide you back into the end goal. Easier said than done.
Sui Pawaraisa with the injury. She might have just got a head knock on that tackle there, and yeah.
Correct.
Yes, the evidence was compelling, Your Honour.
Tough cookie.
She is tough.
Pretty tough down there in Christchurch.
Release it now! Hold! Hold here! Go, 0.
It was a scenic route to the ground, wasn't it? For Ali. Water was smashed there too. Kiwi Ferns defence, a bit more intensity to it now. Stevens Daly with a good shot that time. Feeling it is. Pawaraisa. She is tough. Yeah, she offloads it. And Feeling almost caught on the hop there. She did well to react in the end, didn't she? Now for Ese.
Hold here, here. Go for
Yota at dummy half. There goes the kick from Lamanu. Mani. And Vaha almost getting mixed up there.
Yeah, Carney does well to stay in the field of play. Not the biggest on the field, but gets down low, gets to ground.
Halaliku it is on the 20. Yeah, another good tackle coming in from Laatawa. Newman.
It's been quiet today.
Rota. Now Wirakohu. Kept it fairly quiet. Smalley's done a good job on her, actually. That's her 37th tackle. Leading the tackle count in the game is Rota. And she's passed it to a blue jumper. And Siatanga has it.
It's a good bust. Difficult pass, though, when you've been swung around. Hard to find the direction. Oh! Speaking of solid.
Bill Moana.
Yeah.
Youngster. Does not shirk. Challenges on defence. That's a good little burst there from Tafunga, who got Samoa's last try. Now Pawaraisa again. Hits the line nice and hard on Canyon Paul. Veely. Nice kick through there from Ellie. And Carney just gets back into the field of play.
A beautiful kick there. Right-footed kick. Slides itself into the in-goal area. Nice chase on it as well. Making the opposition now work out of the deep end. Suspend, hold up, drag backwards. It's good football.
Fetarika. Some come out their own end. Samoa done well in the second half. It was 16-4 at half-time. So it's only 8-4 in the second half in New Zealand's favour. Pretty even second half, frankly. Scanlon plays it. She's back out there to complete the game. It's Hilmoana hit hard. Tower with another shot alongside Vili. Paul nips away. That's great play. Tamarua can't handle this time. Well, she's had an excellent game. Has Crystal Tamarua.
There was numbers on the outside too. Crystal Tamarua trying to propel the ball to the outside. Couldn't actually get it into her hands quick enough. The pass comes now And with the defender there, she had to somewhat just steady herself. A lovely tackle to boot as well.
What's happened here? Tamarua has it. Tamarua. Can she get to the line, Crystal Tamarua? There's your answer. Well, she's deserved the try, Crystal Tamarua, being one of New Zealand's best today. It broke down for Samoa. We'll have a look at what's happened in just a moment, but Crystal Tamarua goes over to score the try.
Maybe it was just a lost ball. Or a simple drop ball. Let's have a look. We missed it. Oh, no dummy half. Here it is. I'll just sneak around the back and get it. That's ours. Play on. No problem. Tamarua steps into the frame. And look here. She's had a big day out here, Crystal. 2 on the outside. Would have passed it, but said, no, I'm going. Praying the line comes up within the next step, and it certainly does. Well deserved. Good strength and balance. When you're that fatigued, when you're 18th hitter, tabled 16 tackles as well, you deserve this.
Well, she played both games for the Warriors. In fact, all 3 games this year, Richie, a prop. But it's good to see her switch to the edge, and it's been a very good move by Ricky Henry.
Very good move. Give her some space, and clearly she loves that left edge, and she's dominated that left edge in a big way. And hats off to Crystal Roder too for staying in the game for the full 80 minutes. And I was really disappointed actually to result in a try after that wonderful tackle from Tafunga.
Yeah, it was a shame. It was a very good tackle. Now, Canyon Paul, props to her too. She created the opportunity for Tamarua, and now she tries to convert the try.
I think she would prefer to be kicking in the first half with a nice healthy breeze behind her. Unfortunately, that one she tries to keep low and out of the breeze, which was the right intent. But it just fades away to the left.
Well, 28-8, couple of injuries there. Carly Hansen.
Plenty of smiles, however, Glenn.
Yeah, and rightly so, with that margin of 20 points now for the Kiwi Ferns. Been a testing match.
I mean, physically, it's been top shelf. Players not been able to complete the 80 courtesy of fatigue and various injuries. And both sides haven't let up. You watch this. This last 4 minutes will be full on as well.
Well, Samoa will still be hunting. I've got no doubt for another try. Manu kicks off. What a Kohu.
Good searching run. Looking at the D line. Working, am I going to shimmy left? Am I going to go right? All the skills.
Nice hands from Scanlon. Charles Canyon really plays a bad game, and she's been very good on her return to the black jumper today. Paul. That's Stevens Daly. Now Fetarika. Nice offload to Hirami Smiler. And there's gap there for Honey Hirami Smiler. Really seen the ball go her way too much today. Rota. Now Stevens Daly. Good direct run though, wasn't it?
Direct run, snapped in half.
Yep, but she's bounced back. Federica. There she goes. Might do a Federica. Good run. New Zealand looking to finish with a good power play here. Paul. It's a clever kick. Bahakolo chases through, and has it been controlled in the in-goal area? It has. It's a line dropout.
There were so many players here parked out on the left. They had really, really good shape and were deep, looking for a shift of the football. So the option to kick back into the in-goal area had to pay some dividends here for Kenyon Paul. And it does. They'll get the ball back and have 2.5 minutes to put some more points on the scoreboard.
Not much in that one. It was. Round it, and now Tamarua to bring it back. Good tackle from Laia Tau. She's come into this game in the second half. 23 tackles, 7 carries for her. What a Kohu. Right into Pawaraisa.
Charging till the end.
Great run from Wita Kohu. That's her 12th carry. Now Scanlon to Paul. Stevens Daly. Now Hirami Smiler. She'll take the defence on.
now.
He's been well contained in this game. Vahakolo. Nice hands from Stevens Daly. Federica.
Nessa, sorry. Nessa, offside.
Vanessa. Morlia Fraser called for offside play.
You mentioned Honey Hedemir hadn't seen a lot of ball. Maybe it's a switch she made over to the right side. She normally plays left centre. And most of these players are right-handed, which means they pass the ball to the left better than they do right and quicker. So therefore the time and space for Honey on the right hasn't been quite so grand today.
Bill Moana. Carney. Good step.
Sui, release. Hold. Go 2.
5 metres out, New Zealand. Looking for the polish. It's been knocked down there by Lamanu. The referee's playing on here. Tamarua has it. Newman can't get the ball, and it's been... Okay, so referee Rasmussen's going to come back for the first infringement.
They'll set the scrum and maybe have 1 or 2 plays at maximum 3.
Here we go. Here we go.
Kiwi Ferns.
30 seconds. Let's go, girls. Here we go. Here we go. Girls, pack it down.
So last few seconds of this game.
Heads in.
Paul.
Heads in. Ball in. Out!
Rota.
Stay switched on.
See if New Zealand can finish with a flourish. They won't. Hirami Smiler takes the tackle, and there it is. It's a comfortable win for New Zealand. They have won it by 28 points to 8. (16-4) at halftime. 3 tries in the first half to Hansen, Hirami Smiler and Stevens Daly. Vahakolo, Stevens Daly added a second try, and Tamarua were the try scorers in the second half of the Kiwi Ferns. So 3 tries in each half. The 2 tries scored by Fetu Samoa, Lamanu and Tufunga. So all in all, Darryl Halligan, a pretty solid day of international rugby league here at Mount Smart.
Well, Charlotte, congratulations. You're the Kiwi Ferns MVP. How does it feel?
Oh, pretty. I honestly don't know. Like, it's pretty cool. Thank you.
How does it feel to wear the black jersey and to play with alongside these players in this team?
Oh, honestly, it's a dream come true. I'm always proud to represent New Zealand and to come on to home soil. This is my first time playing a test here, so holy.
Well, no doubt it was impressive. Someone else who was impressive from your team was Crystal Tamarua. She's an absolute powerhouse in the middle for you, isn't she?
Mate, I grew up playing Richmond Roses with her, and yeah, her growth within the game is huge, and I'm so proud of her.
Speaking of the growth, how proud are you of this team, the depth? We've had so many debutants today, but to grow this team as well.
Yeah, 11 debutants, and to be honest, the culture within the team is really, it's growing, and chucking a bunch of girls together within one team, you never know what's going to happen, and we've really gelled.
And the importance of having an international test match this year?
Yeah, the only team that gets to do it. So, yeah, it's an honour, and we're so thankful to be from a country like New Zealand.
Well, Charlotte, congratulations, and this is your MVP gift for being the MVP of the Kiwi Ferns today.
Thank you so much, and thank you to my team, and hi, Mum.
Here's Charlotte Scanlon there. 33 years of age now. She played in the World Cup final in 2013. Darryl scoring a try in a 22-12 loss to Australia, and here she is after all these years back in the black jumper. You can see what it means to her.
She'll be the most popular at Christmas too, getting a high in there for Mum. Won't be forgotten about. She was fantastic. She had plenty of people contributing around her as well, and through the middle in that back row.